Look what's going on right now with the so-called Hispanics and ICE. What's going on? You been watching the news? Christianity is the religion that pushes this image throughout the earth. Because if John 3:16 was God so loved everybody that he gave his only begotten son, they would have never did this. So guess what we have to do? We have to repent and come back to the Bible and keeping God's laws. My brother, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good.
I see you looking at the signs. What you seeing right here? What's your thoughts on this display right here? And why we standing behind the signs preaching the Bible? You see any connection with it?
I just to bring the person into their identity.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Where that is concerned, on a lot that we don't know as far as our real history.
Yes, sir.
First, the history we've been taught.
Yes, sir.
The lies and deception.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
All praise. What's your name, sir?
Rodney.
Rodney, good to meet you, Rodney. My name is Mishael.
Mishael?
Yes, sir. Good to meet you.
Nice.
Yes, sir. So what we doing out here today, here in the plaza, is to bring the understanding that, because what I see out here, give me Jeremiah 50:33. What I see out here is blacks and Hispanics cohabitating together in the same area.
Right.
And the Bible say we will be doing that. You know what I mean? So when you look at these signs right here, this particular sign right here is the Southern Kingdom, right? The Southern Kingdom consists of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which are what we would call your African Americans, your West Indies, your Jamaicans and Trinidadians, and then your Haitians.
Okay.
That's the Southern Kingdom of Israel, okay? Over here on this sign, you see the Northern Kingdom of Israel, right? This is your Native American Indians, your Seminole Indians, your Puerto Ricans, your Mexicans, so forth and so on. You understand? These two particular groups right here are one family, but we were separated through slavery and colonialism. You understand? We all went into slavery, but it was those two components that drove us apart.
Right.
From us forgetting that we're one people. But we sit here and dwell amongst each other and not even knowing that we all the same family. We got the same blood running through our veins. You understand what I'm saying? Read it.
Look at Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
See that? It says the children of Israel. Northern kingdom in the Bible is the children of Israel. They northern kingdom, right? And then it says the what? The children of who?
The children of Israel and the children of Judah.
The children of Judah will be the southern kingdom. Was what?
Oppressed together.
See that? What I see right here in the spirit, this is southern kingdom and northern kingdom being oppressed together. That's how we know the Bible is a true book. The Bible is talking about us. But what happened when we became their slaves, right? The white man's slaves. He took this Bible. You know they got a Bible called the Slave Bible, where they have certain quotes out of the Bible for the slaves to read to keep them indoctrinated and subservient to the white man, right? So now we don't regain the understanding of the Bible and what it's truly saying, and we see that John 3:16 don't mean what it means.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Now we understand that the blacks and Hispanics, we are all brothers.
Bring it out.
Because what the white man did, he drove a wedge between us. Now we don't even look at each other as family no more. We don't even know we family. Okay, you have the Crips and Bloods. Then you got the Gangster Disciples.
Right.
Right. Then you got the MS-13s. All these gangs going on within the black and Hispanic community just fighting one another. Why you think that is, my brother? Why you think that is? Because of division. Because of division and separation. The 12 tribes of Israel, what you see right here on this side, we have been divided. Okay? And this is why we out here. Give me Zephaniah 2:1.
Bring it out.
We have been divided. So this is why we out here, brother. We trying to wake our people up and bring them back first to their true nationality. You're not African American. Okay? You're not just a black man. You're a king, my brother. You from the tribe, you from the mighty tribe. You are African American, right? Let me make sure. Okay, so you be from the mighty tribe of Judah. You know that's the same tribe Jesus Christ came from? Now, you know it's a big controversy in the earth right now what Jesus Christ looked like. Right? And we're going to get there. Let me read this first. Read it. Come on.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Come on.
Gather yourselves together.
Go ahead.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
That's what God is telling us to do today in these last days, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's telling us, Brother Rodney, for us to gather together. This is why we out here. We the caller. We blowing a trumpet right now.
Right.
To gather the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. My brothers over here, Cristo no es blanco. Cristo is negro. See, because they have a really hard time with thinking Jesus Christ is a white man. But he's not. He's a black man according to the Bible. You understand? Read it again.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
How you doing, my brother? How you doing, my brother? We out here trying to gather the tribes of Jacob. So he said, gather together, O nation that's not desired. Look what's going on right now with the so-called Hispanics and ICE. What's going on? You been watching the news? Yeah. So what Donald Trump been doing with all the Hispanics? Shit, he been deported. You see that?
Yeah.
So read it again.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not
So
desired.
you got Donald Trump here today, taking all the so-called Hispanics and sending them back to Mexico. But little do we know that this whole land belonged to them in the first place. They want to call the so-called Hispanics illegal aliens.
Right.
But the white man is really the alien.
Right.
He's really the illegal alien. This land don't belong to him. Everything that he has acquired here in America, he stole it or killed for it.
Bring it up.
You understand what I'm saying? But now we sit around here in the midst of Christianity. We get up every morning, come to the laundromat, to the barber shop, come to the store and sit up behind a tree, up against a tree, drink a little malt liquor all day. We think that's living. That's not living. That's you staying in a slave mindset, and the white man ain't got to worry about you. You good. You know what I'm saying? Read it again.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
God is telling us to gather together. That's why we are here. Now give me the other one. Read.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 14.
Come on.
Then I cut asunder mine other staff, even bands, that I might break the brotherhood between Judah and Israel.
That's what happened. The brotherhood between the Hispanics and the so-called blacks had been broken. Right. That's why in Zephaniah 2:1, he said, now we got to gather back together again. And I'm going to tell you, one of the main components of our division is this right here. Now, let me ask you, Brother Rodney, does it matter to you the color of Jesus Christ?
Come on. Color.
Yes, does it matter to you? Why would you say no?
Because that's just more or less of an outward appearance. It would be more so what's on the inside than the outside.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, if you see something from the outside, it affects more to the inside than it does the outside, because it becomes a way of thinking.
Now, you said something there.
You know what I mean?
Say that last part again. I want you to say it on the mic.
The outside is more what people look at, but the inside, that's what changes our thinking.
But what we see on the outside can affect our inside, right? Can affect our thinking. So what have we seen on the outside as far as the appearance of Jesus Christ? Which image? Did we see this growing up, or did we see that growing up?
More so this.
We saw this growing
This
up.
one right here.
This one in particular.
That one in particular.
Now this right here. So hey, sir, pull me up. This one right here, the one that came out in 1940s, the head of Solomon. Now this particular one right here is the most famous one in our day and time. Right, because this particular one right here came about in the night during World War II. It got populated and sent throughout all the earth, right? Yeah. But something you said is that what we see on the outside will affect how we think on the inside. Now let me ask you a question, Brother Rodney. With this image right here that we've been seeing our whole lives, right? How has this image affected our communities? In a good way or in a bad way?
I would say, for the most part, it has affected us more accomplishing, pretending, and trying to influence.
I like that.
But as far as a genuine relationship,
it ain't done nothing for us, right?
But it's done more harm than good. And the reason I say that because it has made us more religions.
Right.
In other words, we put on a form.
Yes.
We don't have no depth to that.
Right.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
what I mean? You know how to say all the right things and do all the right things.
Yes, sir.
We don't have evidence.
Yes, sir. So that's why, going back to my original question, does color matter to you? And the reason why I say it should, with everything you just said, behind us seeing this our whole entire lives. Because now we pretending, we're religious, we're hypocrisy, we're lying to one another. And listen, we're accepting a lie. You understand what I'm saying? Because people go to church every Sunday morning, right? And praising Jesus. But which one? Which one? Because he walked the earth, right? He had color to his skin, right? He had texture to his hair, right? So which one, when you go to church on Sunday morning, are you truly worshiping? And Brother Rodney, our people been worshiping this guy the whole time. But our communities and our mindset has been jacked up behind this very image. You got that for me, officer? Read it. Watch this. Now, going back to the history of this picture right here. Come on.
The head of Christ, also called the salmon head.
The head of Christ, also called the salmon head. This one right here. Go ahead.
Is a 1940 portrait painting of Jesus by Warner Salmon.
Go ahead.
As an extraordinary successful work of Christian popular devotional art.
Go ahead.
It had been reproduced over 500 million times.
Oh, you hear how many times this picture have been? Now, why would a white man go and produce this picture over 500 million times? Now, and when it was produced 500 million times, what communities was it placed in? Blacks. You see the trick they played on us?
Bring it out.
Come on.
It says, the Salvation Army and the YMCA, as members of the USO, handed out pocket-sized versions of the painting to American servicemen heading overseas during World War II.
So like I said, Brother Rodney, this particular painting right here came about in World War II, and it hung up in my house. And when I saw it, I said, man, that's Jesus.
Right.
Didn't ever think that he was a black man, right? Until I came into the truth. Now, this man right here that we think is Jesus is actual. This guy right here, where he at? Where's Cesar? Where's Cesar?
Cesar right here.
Okay.
Right here.
This is Cesar. This is the man that they claim to be Jesus Christ today. His name is Cesar Borgia. Okay. That was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. These right here are the actual sketches of him. So they took him, Cesar, and made him. All the images is Cesar. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So our people is jacked up behind worshiping Cesar. Come on, read it. Go to Revelations chapter 13, and let's start at 15. Let me show you what happened. Come on, what's up? Revelation 13, 15. Come on.
In Revelation chapter 13, verse 15.
Right.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
So what we see right here is the image of the beast.
Right.
See, your Christian pastors, your John Hagees, your Creflo Dollars, your TD Jason, all these white guys that think they know prophecies, they've been teaching these black pastors that the image of the beast haven't come yet. But the image of the beast been in our houses all our lives, and we
Bring it out.
The Antichrist. We've been worshiping the Antichrist because see, Christianity got you thinking he ain't showed up yet.
Right.
He's here. He's been here.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So read it again.
That he had power. Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
So the so-called white man, is he not in power right now? Yeah. So he had power. That's how he was able to produce how many copies of that picture?
400 million.
400. That's how he was able to produce 400 million copies because he got the power to do it. You understand? Come on.
That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
It was 500 million. Correction. 500 million copies. Read it from the top again. Watch this.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak.
So how did the so-called white man have power to give life to this image?
Come on.
Think about it. Huh?
He gave it that power.
We gave it that power, but think about the entertainment wise.
Right.
How did they entertain us with this picture right here? Through what? What you do when you wanna sit down and relax? You turn on the what? Huh?
Television.
And what they produce? Movies, right?
Yeah.
So you had two famous movies that came out with this guy, Passion of the Christ,
Right.
and then right, and then the one in the 70s. You got to take that's Charlie Heston. But then you had the one in the 70s, Jesus of Nazareth.
Yeah.
You remember that one? The one with the baby blue eyes.
Yeah.
You see? Well, where he at right here? I think this is
Right
that one right there.
Yeah.
No, that one right there.
Yeah.
That's Jesus of Nazareth that they depicted, and then that's the Passion of the Christ. These two right here famous, along with these three right here. Got our people jacked up.
Bring it out.
Got our people jacked up, Mr. Rodney. That's why we around here dead asleep right now.
Right.
Read it again.
And he had power to give life. My fault. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Come on.
That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
See that? So as many as would not worship this image right here will be killed. Look at this right here.
Bring it out.
This is that during that particular time when we didn't want to bow down to the white image, they were doing all this right here.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So this is how the white man pushed that image throughout the earth. That's why I say color matters, man, because they used an image to destroy our people.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying, Brother Rodney? Come on, read on.
Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great.
So he with this behind this image, and this is going into the mark of the beast now. Because people been saying, I can't get no license plate with no 666 because then I got the mark of the beast. That's not what it's talking about. Or I can't get no chip in my hand, I got the mark of the beast. That's not what it's talking about. Okay, when it's going to the mark of the beast, it's going into all the white man's Christianity, politics, religion, everything about him. His sins. You understand? Read it again.
And he causeth all, both small and great.
Small nations and great nations, read.
Rich and poor.
Rich nations and poor nations.
Free and bond.
Free nations and bond nations. Come on.
To receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead.
Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell.
Go ahead.
Save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
So that's going into their philosophies, their sins. And the main religion that they push in the earth today is Christianity, is it not? Now, Christianity, who is the poster child for Christianity? What image, when in Christianity, when they show you a picture of Jesus, what picture do they show in Christianity? No, we've been talking about it, Brother Rodney.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about as far as what they show. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen nothing as far as what they post, as far as picture-wise.
Right.
I haven't seen that, man, in a while.
But what is it though?
You know what I mean?
Wait, is it this picture right here or this one? Okay, so right. So this is the depiction that they push throughout the earth. You know what I'm saying? This is the depiction. Christianity, I want you to understand. Christianity is the religion that pushes this image throughout the earth. So going back to our first part of our conversation, what you see on the outside will affect your mental.
Right.
This picture right here, Brother Rodney, is causing high STDs in our community.
Right.
It's causing murders in our community. It's causing our black men and Hispanic men to fill up the prisons.
Right.
It's causing us to be in single parent homes. It's causing our houses to be out of order and our women trying to rule over the black man behind this image. It's got our young boys terrorizing the neighborhoods.
Right.
This image right here. Because we don't see the real Christ in one another. We see this white man. And so when we see this white man, we see each other in a hatred mindset.
Right.
We see hate. We see blood. You know what I'm saying? But now, when we come over here, turn it around a little bit. Hold up just a little bit. Now that we're out here and bringing out the true understanding of what the Messiah looks like, guess what? Now I'm going to look at you a whole lot more different. You know what I'm saying? Because this is our King. This is our God, right? And I'm supposed to see him in you. And if I see him in you, guess what? I'm gonna treat you like you my brother. You is my brother.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gonna work together to save our nation because we know we got a black God on our side. That's what people gotta understand. We have a black God on our side.
Right.
Come on, give me that Revelation 1:14. Now let's bring out what he looked like, Brother Rodney. Come on.
The book of Revelation,
Start at verse 1.
chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants, these must shortly come to pass.
So what we about to read is, this is John the Revelator. This is the last book in the Bible. We about to read what Jesus Christ looked like. It's very, very important. It's probably one of the biggest controversies in the earth right now. We go to Africa, in a black continent, you know all we see when we go there? Yes. I mean, everywhere.
Bring it out.
And then when we try to tell them he's black, they can't believe it. It's the biggest concert. Over there in Brazil, they got a big statue of him. Matter of fact, is it up here? Right up.
That's it. Bring it out.
You see what I mean? That's why I call him out. We gotta cast this down, bro. This is the dang on lie. Read it from the top again.
The revelation of Jesus Christ,
So this is the revealing of Jesus Christ. Come on.
which God gave unto him to show unto his servants, these must shortly come to pass.
Come on.
And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John,
So he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
Right.
Read on.
who bare record
Who bore record. Read.
of the word of God
Uh-huh.
and of the testimony of Jesus Christ,
Go ahead.
and of all things that he saw.
All things that he what?
He saw.
See, so John we about to read what John, the Revelator, who walked with Christ, what he saw in this chapter right here. Brother Rodney, you with me?
Yeah.
Now go down to verse 10.
Verse 10. I was in the spirit on the Lord's day,
Go ahead.
and heard behind me a great voice.
So now we're gonna paint it out. We're gonna play it out right now. John said he was in the spirit on the Lord's day.
Right.
Now let's say I'm John. And Christ is standing behind me. Read it again.
I was in the spirit on the Lord's day, and heard behind me a great voice.
So I'm in it. Hey, mi hermano, come here. Come here. Hey, Cristo, listen. Cristo no es blanco. Cristo negro, moreno. See? Yeah, man. Yeah. What, how you say? Apocalypse? Yeah. We read it, my brother. Cristo negro. Yes. Now watch this. Read.
I was in the spirit on the Lord's day,
Come on.
and heard behind me a great voice.
So I'm John, and I'm hearing somebody talk behind me, right? So I'm starting to turn around, because somebody talk to you behind you, going to turn around and see who it is, right? Go ahead.
As of a trumpet,
Go
say,
ahead.
I am Alpha and Omega,
Go ahead.
the first and the last.
Go ahead.
And what thou seest, write in a book.
So as I turn around, I hear these words telling me, what you see, I want you to write it in a book. So now, we're not saying this is Jesus, but we painted it as it is written in the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? So read on.
And send it unto the seven churches.
Now jump down to the next verse.
Verse 12. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me.
So now I'm turning around to see the voice that's speaking with me. Go ahead.
And being turned, I saw 7 golden
So
candlesticks.
now when he turned fully around, he sees 7 golden candlesticks. This is the menorah. Okay? This is the menorah. This is what he see first. You see how we painted it? Just like it's red? Read on.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks,
Now in the middle of the 7 candlesticks, read.
one like unto the Son of Man.
He said, one like unto the Son of Man. Now who's the Son of Man, Brother Rodney? Jesus. Now why would John say he's like the Son of Man? Why would John say that? You know why? Because John walked with Christ about 60 years prior.
Right.
So when he turned around and seen him standing in the midst, it's been a while since he seen him. He said, man, yo, he looked like the Son of Man. That's what he's saying right there. Read it again.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks,
Go ahead.
one like unto the Son of Man.
So when he turned around, he said, the man that's standing in the middle, he looked like my brother from years ago, Jesus the Christ, which he was him. Go ahead.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Then he said he had a garment on that was down to his foot, a warlike garment. Go ahead.
and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Come on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Now he's scanning him up and down now. He looked, remember, he said, what you see, write it in the book, right? So now he's looking at his head, and he said he got what?
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
He said his head and his hairs, right? His hairs on his face were white and woolly. Who has that texture hair today, Brother Rodney? We do. So that right there on top is telling you Jesus Christ is a black man by the texture of his hair. But what they give us here. You see that? Why, if they truly were Christians and truly lovers of Christ, why in the world they couldn't go in the Bible and paint him like John said he looked? You feel what I'm saying?
Bring it out. As white as snow.
Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Now he said the whites of his eyes was a flame of fire. That's why we got the whites of his eyes, because why? Jesus turned water into what? Wine. He drank. So the whites of his eyes would turn red. You ain't got to go to it. Come on.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Now John scans all the way down to his feet. We ain't got his feet, but he looks down at his feet. I can see your leg. Your leg the same color as your arms and your face. So he said his feet was like what?
Fine brass.
What color is brass? Brown. Go ahead.
As if it burned in a furnace.
Brass burnt in a furnace come out what color, Brother Rodney? No, if you burn it. If you burn it, black. You see how easy that is?
That's right.
So what color is Jesus Christ, Brother Rodney? Black.
Right.
So you know why it should matter? You know why it should matter? Because we read it in the Bible. That's why it should matter. You have never read this in the Bible, yet our people worship this. You see what I'm saying? You never read a white image or Jesus being white in the Bible, but we go to church on Sunday morning. Now we got a young brother here. How you doing, my brother? Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask him the same question. Does the color of Jesus Christ, watch this, I want you to go to, I want you to see something. Does the color of Jesus Christ matter to you?
No.
Huh?
No.
You see that? You see that, right? You see how people say, no, it don't matter.
No.
Now, which one is Jesus out of these two pictures?
And it don't matter. The one right here is the most seen one on the right. But he could be the left one right here.
But which one is the most popular in the earth?
The one on the right.
This one right here, right? So let's say a situation happened, right? And you got picked up for mistaken identity. Go to court, and your lawyer can't do nothing for you. They throw you in jail for life because they thought you was the guy that did the crime, but you won't. How would you feel sitting in the jail cell?
Yeah, I'll be pretty angry. I'll be pretty.
You be mad. Your life is over.
Yeah.
Now, why when it comes to the greatest man that walked the earth, we dealing with identity theft? Because this is the most popular one we've been seeing, right? Why does it matter about what he looked like? Think about it. It'll matter to you if somebody said you did a crime that you didn't commit based off that they say you look like somebody, but you want the guy. You understand what I'm saying? You get where I'm going with it, right? So why would we not want to correct this image of the black, of the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, that's coming to save the earth? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
So we have to know what he gonna look like when he cracked the sky. You gotta know that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Let's go back to it again. Revelation 1:14. Hold it up, Mike. Watch this. Cause listen, give me that. What it say? Blessed is he that readeth. Is that verse 3?
Yes, sir.
Watch this. Read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein.
You hear what it say? You hear what it say, Brother Rodney? It said, blessed is he that readeth and keep those things that are written in this prophecy. What is the thing that's written in this prophecy? 1:14 again. Come on.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
He's describing Jesus Christ. What's your name, my brother?
Ron.
Ron?
Yeah.
John said, blessed is he that readeth, right? And that you believe all the prophecies in this book, right? Everything written in this book. He said his hair is what?
White like wool.
Talk again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So now, if John telling us that he got white, woolly hair, Brother Ron, why they give us this? Why wouldn't they pick up the Bible and describe him as it is written in the Bible?
Right.
Why? What was the purpose of them giving us this right here? What was the agenda behind that? Do you know?
Might be a better looking version.
Ain't no better looking version. No. This is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you why they didn't paint him like it's read in the Bible. Is to keep you and all these Hispanics out here destroyed.
Right.
Cause he said something heavy. He said, what we see on the outside affects how we think on the inside.
Right.
You understand, my brother? So we've been seeing this our whole life, and look at our communities.
Bring it out.
You feel what I'm saying? This image ain't done nothing but destroy us.
That's right.
That's why we got to correct it. Read it again. 114.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So John said his head and his hairs were just like your hair on your head, brother. Do you see Brother Rodney beard right here? Christ got a beard just like that, my brother. You got to understand, this is our brother we talking about. This is our blood relative.
Right.
You understand? This is our king. This is our God.
Right.
Read on.
As white as snow.
Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Okay, he drank wine. Jesus' first miracle turning water into what? Go ahead.
And his feet
And his feet.
like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
What color is brass?
Brown.
Brown. Now, when you burn it, what color is going to turn next?
Maybe turn a little orange, but still gonna be brown.
When brass is burnt, it turns black. We done tested it. Yeah, show it to him.
got it.
When brass is burnt, it turns black. Show it to him. Now, here, my sister. How you doing, sister?
How you doing?
Now, here we go. I'm going right back to it, Brother Rodney. I want to show it to you. My sister right here. What's your name, my sister?
Geraldine.
Geraldine. Good to meet you, Geraldine. My name is Michael. Now, let me ask you a question.
Sean.
I don't ask these two brothers right here. Does the color of Jesus Christ matter to you?
No, I don't.
You don't. Now you see that? There's three of y'all that came in here and said the same exact
It don't
thing.
matter.
Now, let me ask you a question, Sister Geraldine. What image in our families have we been given of Jesus Christ all our life? Now look at the picture. Right. Have you seen this in your house, or have you seen this in your house?
I see that coming up with that in my house.
In your house, right? Now, does the Bible say he looked like this?
No.
No. So, the reason why I say it should matter, because we believe the Bible, right?
Right.
We should believe everything that's believed in the Bible, that's written in the Bible, right?
That's true.
And does the Bible describe what Christ looked like?
No, it said he's a Jewish.
Oh, Sister Geraldine, tell her, Rodney. Does it describe what it looked like? Did we just read it to you? Yes, it describes what he looked like. Now, it might not get detailed with his eyes and nose and all that stuff like that, but guess what? We have a general idea, Sister Geraldine, that Jesus Christ is a black man.
That's right.
That's right.
You understand? Let's read it again. Watch this, Sister Geraldine.
That's right.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head,
Start at verse 1 again.
verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So now we're revealing Jesus Christ. The last book in the Bible is going to tell us what the King of Kings, Lord of Lords looks like. Watch this. Verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
See what John said? Right on top. He said his head and his hairs was white and woolly. What people on earth got that texture hair?
What?
Feel your hair.
Woolly?
Yeah.
It's woolly.
Yeah. So what race of people have that texture hair?
Black people.
Okay, so right on top, what Jesus Christ will be today?
Black.
That's right.
You see how simple it is? Right. We have to listen. We have to believe that, Sister Geraldine. Right. But not only do we have to believe it, right? Because what happens is, let's finish this off. I'm gonna show you why.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
Read on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Go ahead.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
What color is brass? Brass. What color is brass?
It could be silver looking.
Nope. It's in the gold family, brown family. Brass.
Gold.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you burn it, what color is going to turn when you burn something?
Black coal.
Huh?
Black coal.
It's going to be black.
Yeah,
right?
it's going to be black.
It's going to be black. So what color is Jesus Christ?
Black.
He's black. Give me Daniel 10 and 5. Because do color matter to you in the Bible?
No.
It don't? But what if you read that the people in the Bible got color? Would it matter then when you read it?
Right.
It would. Because all the movies we seen, the Ten Commandments, right? Jesus of Nazareth, Passion of Christ. Y'all seen all those movies, right? What color were the people that they showed in the Bible?
White.
White. Now, when you pick up your Bible, did you read about white folks? Did you go check that movie? Did you go fact check that movie to see, okay, they showed Moses as a white man. Let me go see in the Bible if he really white. Right.
He black.
He black.
Right.
Now, we're going to show y'all everybody in the Bible is black besides white folks. And they not white. They really red according to the Bible because you can see the blood through their skin.
Right.
Now, give me Daniel 10 and 5. Do color, so let me ask you again. What's your name, my sister?
Mahogany.
Mahogany. Do color matter to you in the Bible?
Yes.
It should matter. All praise. Give me Daniel 10. Watch this. Because the Bible describes color. That's why we should believe it. Watch this. Come on.
The book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Then I lifted up.
Now, this is Daniel, the prophet Daniel. He's seeing Christ in a vision. Watch this. Go ahead.
Then I lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz.
Go ahead.
His body also was like the beryl,
So he's describing Christ in a vision. He got a green garment on. Go ahead.
and his face as the appearance of light,
He got wisdom shining off his face. Go ahead.
and his eyes as lamps of fire,
Because he turned water into wine, right? Go ahead.
and his arms and his feet
Now he's seeing his arms, and then he see his feet. Watch this.
like in color,
What?
like in color.
He said his arms and his feet were like in color to what?
to polished brass.
Brass burnt in a furnace. What color is Jesus Christ now?
He black.
He black.
That's right.
Y'all see how easy that is?
He's white.
He's black. Now, what tribe was Jesus Christ from? Do you know? He's from the tribe of Judah. You see this sign right here? Look at this sign right here, y'all. Can you see it? Can you see it? Hold it up. I'm gonna show y'all something. I want to show y'all something here now. Now, this is the 12 tribes of Israel. This is the nation that Moses delivered, okay, and went through the Red Sea. He delivered these people from the Egyptians. Y'all remember that story, right? So this is the 12 tribes of Israel that was delivered from Egypt by Moses. You understand? Those people today are your so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We have found it out. Right, your pastor ain't teaching you that. That's why we think we African Americans, Negro, niggas, Spics, Mexican, Puerto Ricans. We are none of that. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. Y'all understand? Y'all with me? So we have to come back to the true understanding of the Bible, what people really look like, because they've been giving us movies of white folks when they depict the Bible. Y'all with me? So now, going back to Jesus. Jesus is from the tribe of Judah. What do they say right there? So if Jesus was standing here right with us today, what would he be?
Black.
Y'all see how easy that is? Now let's prove that Judah is black. Jeremiah 14 and 2.
Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Watch this.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Now, you so-called African Americans, we from the tribe of Judah. That's what God called us. Now look what the Bible say about us. Read again.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
You know why I say Judah mourning? Because we ain't got no leaders in our communities no more. That's why the young boys is shooting up the block every week. Right. Because we ain't got no leaders.
That's right.
That's why we at a funeral every week. Morning. Read again.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Now, if I tell you the color of Judah now, watch this.
They are black.
What color?
They are black.
What color?
They are black.
Go ahead.
Unto the ground.
You see that, Sister Geraldine? Yeah. It said Judah, what color, Sister Geraldine? Black. Now, the prophet Job, y'all remember Job, right? Yeah. What color was Job? They say he was white, right? You got that? Now, let me ask you a question, Geraldine. You go to church? Yeah. Why pastor ain't never read you these scriptures? Yeah, I'll tell you why. You know why? Because they still attached to the slave master. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. They haven't let go of the slave doctrine that we learned on the plantations. It's time to come out of there.
That's right.
You understand? We got to come out of there. Read that. Watch what.
Ain't nobody from where they from anyway but black.
Say it again, sis.
Ain't nobody from where they're from white.
You talking about
Right.
in Jerusalem?
Yeah,
Everybody black over there. Everybody on the earth is black.
Yeah.
Got brown,
So I
melanin
never
skin.
believed they were white.
Good. Watch this.
Look at Job, chapter 30, verse 30. My skin is black upon me.
What Job say he look like?
My skin is black upon me.
See that? You see how easy that is? Now let's get Moses. Give me Exodus 2. Now, what color? Let me start with this question. What color was the ancient Egyptians? The ancient Egyptians, what color were they? They had them white in the movie, right? But the Egyptians, they're black.
Right.
The Egyptians were black. Now, watch what Moses was mistaken of. Watch this, read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 2 and verse 17.
Matter of fact, go to chapter 4. Let's go there. Verse 6. Now, cause we talking about the movie. Now, in the movie of the 10 Commandments, y'all remember that movie, right? We seen all the miracles that Moses did before Pharaoh, right? He threw the rod down, and the rod turned into a what? A snake, right? He put the water turned into what? Blood, right? They showed those miracles, but it's one miracle in the movie that they did not show of Moses, right? Which is going to prove that he is a black man. Watch this, read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 4 and verse 6. And the Lord said, furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom.
So this is one of the miracles that God is telling Moses, I want you to do in front of Pharaoh. He said, take your hand, Moses, and put it into your bosom. Watch this.
And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out,
and when he took his hand out of his bosom, read.
Behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
He said, now when he took his hand out of his bosom, watch this, sisters. Stay with me, because we showing Moses is black. My sister right here. We showing Moses is black. So he said when he took his hand out of his bosom, it was what?
His hand was leprous as snow.
What color is snow? White. So it's only two shades of people on the earth. You either brown or you a white man.
So that's who they are.
So if his hand was, when he took it out, was leprous as snow, before he put it in, what color did he have to be?
So we're just tying it all back.
Black. You see that? Watch this. Go ahead.
Yeah. And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again.
So now he said, when he took it out the first time, it turned white. Now God telling him, put it back into your bosom again. Go ahead.
And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it turned again as his other flesh.
It turned again back to the black flesh that he got. Y'all see that?
What is nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation